What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 2 once again. And in today's video, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail of this video, I'm going to be trying out 3 of the cars that I've always used for drifting in this game. So these are my top 3 cars that were just overused for me. Like, I've always used these cars for drifting in this game. I built them at the time with whatever knowledge I had. And pretty much since then, I just ended up using them. No, it's not the Zonda Cinque behind me. It's this thing. It's this 240 that I'm using here. This is like a drift missile type of build here, and I have so many stupid things all over it. There you go. There's like so many random little bits and pieces here. Like, it's like a blast from the past. Like, this is hashtag slap 1 mil. This is when Slaptrain reached 1 million subscribers. I remember I put that on. I also do remember when I got that logo, when I had that little logo that looks like that, that's on the door. Slaptrain's logo, Valdude's logo there as well. Fatal's logo was here as well. The little Illuminati thing. This was back, if you guys remember, when like the meme montages or whatever, the dank meme stuff was a thing back then. So like I had loads of stuff, like Sonic is there as well. And the main and most important one is right here at the back. 10K. When I ended up having this car, I had that sticker and I ended up putting onto this thing the 10K subscriber sticker or decal, whatever, that I ended up putting onto this car. So when I had this car, when I first built this thing, was when I had 10,000 subscribers, and I ended up building this drift myself. It didn't look exactly like this, but this is pretty much what I finished it off with, and I haven't done anything. It sounds really weird. You can hear now, it sounds really, really weird when it's idle. It sounds like something's wrong with it. That exhaust is really, really loud. But when I'm driving it, like, as soon as you start accelerating, it's like, sounds like a normal SR20. So this is the build. I think it has about 500 horsepower. Oh, we're gonna get a little bit of rain. It has about 500 horsepower, and this is pretty much how this thing turned out. I'm gonna try and drift it a little bit, and just to see what it's like, because obviously, you know, with however many years of practice and I learned a lot when it comes to tuning and stuff like that. So now, going back in time and trying out some of these cars that I've had before, and what the drift tunes were like, it's kind of interesting. There's no drift suspension in this game either, so like, it actually isn't too bad. It genuinely is not a bad car to drift with, so I did an alright job at tuning this thing. Again, the drift suspension is a little weird. I think I need to mess with my toe and camber a little bit with this thing. It feels a little too sluggish when I'm trying to transition in that. Now it could honestly just be because I'm having a little bit of input lag. For people that don't know what input lag is, it's like this game is so loud, by the way. It is so loud. I even turned my volume down and it's still really, really loud. Yeah, whatever controls I do on my controller and whatever happens on the screen is a little bit delayed, which is, I feel like it wasn't this bad before, or maybe it was, but just, it's weird hopping on this game and having to play like that. Someone said that there is an option to be able to change that, and I actually don't really know where it is, whatever option it is. It's not undrivable or it's not unplayable, the game, but like, it is still a little bit annoying, especially after like playing so long on PC and the game's like running really, really smoothly. Listen. This is generally not a bad tune. I still have 2 more cars that I need to show you. It's like 2 of them that I ended up using all the time. This is more, like I said, like a drift missile. So whatever tune or modifications that I've done to this car, it wasn't really like, I guess, anything crazy or like heavily competitive whenever I built this thing. But it rips. It's really, really good. It sounds so strange, that idle on the exhaust. I mean, it's not slow. I don't know. It's fairly good. I love all the decals and everything on it. Like the paint that I've done on this thing. Just having all the body parts like different colors and stuff like that. I've done this entire paint all by myself. Like, it's just so much garbage all over it. It's crazy. But it's like little blast from the past, you know? I really like this thing. Oh, there goes the lack of steering angle with this thing. I wonder if I do end up modifying this thing. If I do change my tune on it, with what knowledge I have now, are the cars gonna drive better? I'm gonna mess with my tune on this thing. I can't believe after so many years I am going to adjust the tune on one of my Forza Horizon 2 cars. One sec. Alright, let's try it now. Let's see what it's like now. I pretty much built it like I usually build my Forza Horizon 4 cars. Oh, I should actually get off the highway, shouldn't I? I mean, I can really manage my way around here a little bit, but I feel like it should be better if I just get off. Let's go somewhere more interesting than the highway. Where can we go? We can go to the airport. I remember the airport has a few sections here. Actually, I don't remember if this is like all off-road. Or is that Forza Horizon 3? That it has like loads of off-road bits and like the middle of the airport. I think it could be. I think this one was fine. I think Horizon 2 was good for all this. Yeah, I'm gonna test my cars out here. I actually even made a video, I remember, on this car. I think my 10K video was with this car at the airfield here. And I was just sort of drifting around a little bit. It's like a little special type video. It's actually so smooth to drive now. I mean, before it was not that bad, you know? Like, it was still manageable, but I feel like there's less of a chance of me actually spinning out now with this thing, because I changed, like I said, my camber and tow and stuff like that, and now it's so much easier to control going sideways. See what I mean? Like, this is... Oh, I went a little too fast there. I want to slow down and come in here. Yeah, it's a little bit, oh god. There's just boxes here. Okay. Didn't expect that. There is a significant difference between my tune, the way it was built back then, and the way it's built now. I still have full control over it. Of all the cars in this game. That's mad. Yes, the driver physics have changed substantially since this game. Now, especially since we're in Forza Horizon 4, the driver physics have changed, and they have changed for the better. But it's good. The car drives well. Again, upgrades, like I said, I haven't really done much. I'm pretty sure this is on, like, it still has the SR20 in it, and pretty much just upgraded, I think, the stock parts on it, or the standard parts on it. And that's pretty much it. I'm trying to tap stuff, or get as close to it as possible with my back end. Okay, that was not supposed to happen. But I still have that precision, as much as I crashed with this thing. I love how I said it as soon as I said I still have this precision, I immediately crashed. But yeah, it's good. It's good. I just sort of have to get used to that input lag, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna just blame it on the input lag. Well, there you go. That was this car. Let's move on to a second one, which I think you guys might like this one as well. Alright, car number 2 is this. A Lexus RCF. I actually really love this car. I do remember this being such a good car to drive around it and mess around. Like, it was so good when I ended up building this thing. I even remember this little section here in the industrial area that I'm in now that we used to drift on, and it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't remember exactly where it is. There's actually a few of them, if I remember correctly. There's a few drift zones here that we used to run when I was playing online and stuff all the time, so... This thing is mad. It's got so much power, by the way. I mean, I think it's got about 600 horsepower. But, torque-wise, especially since it's a V8, it's got a stupid amount of torque. I honestly still think, because this is built with, like, you know, prior knowledge to proper, you know, drift tuning, it's not terrible again. But I really do think I really do think that I can upgrade this thing and get it to drive better. Like I can just change my tune on it and it'll drive better. But this is the second car that I ended up building. This is a little bit more boring when it comes to looks. I liked it all. It's not even black. It's like a weird, like, purple. It's like a matte purple type finish. And then the wheels are like really, really dark grey, almost fully black here. Not a big fan of dark wheels anymore, like super, super dark wheels. It depends on the type of car that it is. If it's like a bright coloured car, I like the contrasted, like, darker wheels, but fully black wheels are a little bit boring in my opinion nowadays, so I probably wouldn't be putting full-on black wheels on my cars. But I do like this. I do like this, and I like the way it drives. I like the way it sounds as well. The V8 in the Lexus just sounds like a Lexus V8 in this game. Weirdly enough, like it's supposed to. Doesn't sound like an LS or anything like that. It's like the V8s in Horizon 4, they all literally sound the exact same, which is crazy, but this sounds great. It sounds like the ISF, which is, I'm pretty sure, the same engine, the ISF, the RCF. Same V8. It's nuts. It's such a good car to drive. But I think the next one is still going to top it. And I think the next one was probably my favorite car to drift with in this game. I think that's the one that I had the most control in driving it. And I'm going to take it out now and see what you guys think of it. And this, everyone, is the final car. A Dodge Charger Daytona. This, I think, was my favorite drift car in this game, if I remember correctly. And this is the build. It's got about 600, almost 700 horsepower. It's got a lot of torque as well. I think it's about 630 pound-feet of torque, or foot-pound of torque, whatever it is. It sounds so good. It sounds really, really good. It looks great. I love this blue on it as well, and I just ended up changing the wheels. And I think this was, my favorite car to drift with in this game. Like I said, had a lot of torque. I was able to control massive, massive slides with this thing. If you somehow managed to find like an old clip of me driving this thing, like, this was so good to drive. I loved it back in the day. I love how I can still remember all these cars that I had and which ones like were my favorite and the ones that I drove the most. But this is up there. I think this is the one that I literally drove the most in this game. When it came to full-on just drifting and trying to tandem and stuff like that with people, I'm pretty sure that this was my car. And I adored this thing. It was so smooth. It still is. Like, I still feel so in tune with this thing. Like, I feel like I could just send it sideways and control this thing fully. I love it. I genuinely love this thing still. It is a brilliant car to drive. I remember we used to do like jump drifts here as well. Send it sideways. Obviously you have to go a lot faster here to do anything significant there, but like it's hard to like even spin out with this thing. I know I can do it. I know I can. If I force myself, I'll end up spinning out, no problem. But it is so smooth to drive. Again, I'll probably be able to upgrade this thing and have it drive even better if I add like one of my tunes now to it. But like, I just don't really want to change it or ruin it or whatever. The 240 was fine, you know, that was like a drift missile. I always changed and modified that and did loads of random stuff to it. I think I had a V8 in it at some point as well, so it's that one constantly went through changes. This I don't think it did. This and the RCF I don't think I ended up changing too much, but I adored these two cars, especially this one. So this was, I think, my most used drift car in Forza Horizon 2. And I guess that'll be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the trip down memory lane. And let me know in the comments what you guys ended up using as your like first cars, you know, for drifting, or your best cars, your favorite cars that you ended up using for drifting on your first Forza Horizon game. Even if it's Forza Horizon 4, you know, just let me know down in the comments below. I guess that is gonna be pretty much it for today's video. Again, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you guys enjoyed the little Forza Horizon 2 content. on the channel, especially since I love like just going back in time and just checking it out myself and just seeing. Man, I love this car. Just seeing all the crazy builds and cars and stuff like that I've had. And I did say in my previous video, or I asked you guys, should I go and do top 1000 on this game, on the speed zones and speed traps, and a lot of people said yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that in one of the next videos. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Goodbye.